Antonio Spurs come in for this one. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. RJ, we have never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama. In your opinion, what's his potential?
Wemby has so much potential, it's scary. The number one thing that can stop him from being one of the greats of all times, in my opinion, is injury. After that, there is nothing that is stopping him from being one of the most dominant physical specimens we've ever seen.
Fast break, here they come.
I like when Vassell takes initiative on offense because it forces defenders to compromise at times.
GA, this has all the makings of a high-scoring contest. We've got two outstanding offensive teams.
Both very skilled at shooting the ball, but that's exactly why this game will be decided by stops. Defense wins against teams who are elite scoring.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Portis. Clock at 4. And Giannis brings it down hard.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
To the middle. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much. Now that's how you finish with authority. Show him how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 1. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and Coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 6. And it's Vassell in the corner. Barnes outside. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. And a missed layup. Bucks trailed by 6. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose? Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. 1:16 left here in the first quarter. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 8 points for him. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Spurs leading by 6. Pass to Barnes. To the inside. Wembanyama. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Back to Wembanyama. 4 seconds left. Can't capitalize inside. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs.
San Antonio, 17.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
Here's Giannis. In the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Barnes can't get it to go. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up to the Milwaukee Bucks. 4-point game. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Kevin?
It sure does. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Pass to Antetokounmpo. On deep, Prince buries the long-range jumper. Prince has got 5 now.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
And Portis throws it down.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
And here is Barnes. Out to the wing. A 3 from Wembanyama.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Back to Giannis. Prince outside. Down low. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Wembanyama outside. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Back to Castle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Richard, after winning Rookie of the Year, expectations are high for Stephon Castle.
He's got great two-way potential and the work ethic to meet that potential. He showed a lot of growth just in his first season.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. That free throw missing. RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflections. Why do you think that's so important to him?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption.
Giannis!
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
And Wembanyama outside. Castle on the wing. He has 5. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the half.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
6 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. That 3 off the mark. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. And both free throws good for Giannis. San Antonio trailing here. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Johnson with it. Outguarded by Giannis. Back to Johnson. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Barnes.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Milwaukee shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. No good on the free throw. No good on the 2nd free throw. Here's Barnes. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bucks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Big time slam, Giannis. Oh, my.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. And the dunk by Barnes.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
And I like that Kuzma can go off 1 or 2 feet. It really allows him to attack the rim with ease.
And an intentional foul right there. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. It's Vassell on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Antetokounmpo up top. He's got 24. The rebound by the Spurs. Driving in. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 7 points.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
To the paint. Here's Kuzma.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Johnson inside. He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
They have no answer for Wemby tonight. And honestly, I'm not sure how they could defend him.
On his left side. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio leading.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Oh, flexing Wembanyama!
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
To the inside. To the middle. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Castle. He's got 7. Back to Vassell. Shot clock at 6. Castle with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Castle misses. Bucks trail by 4. Prince outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Prince has got 8 points.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
The problem with Wemby is how do you guard someone that doesn't have to jump to dunk?
Antetokounmpo. Off with the layup.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Back to Barnes. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Now it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of greatness in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Always in attack mode. We see him do this night after night.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Thank you, Allie. Good on the triple.
Much more comfortable from deep. Vassell finding that stroke.
Inside. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Now Castle. Good on the shot. Castle's got the lead up to 9 now for the Spurs.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Third personal foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
At the line for Milwaukee, Giannis.
So we can't get either to fall. Spurs leading by 9. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
When a crafty scorer like Barnes gets on a roll, it can turn into a big night.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Bucks on defense. They trail by 9 points. And it's Vassell in the corner. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, a screen. Offensive rebound. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Here's Giannis. Uncovered. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And when Giannis is hitting that midi, best of luck. He truly becomes unguardable.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now Wembanyama. And he jams it in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Here is Wembanyama. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Now Kuzma. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now Antetokounmpo. From 17 feet away.
That's just excellent defense from Victor. He just understands how to alter shots with his presence.
Barnes. And the rejection by Castle with it. 6 to shoot. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Giannis inside. It's Kuzma.
And with how well he moves at 6'10", Kuzma is a really hard matchup, forcing a foul there.
And both free throws good for Kuzma.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Now Castle. Wembanyama, a screen. Vassell outside. Good! Lays it right in there.
Boy, Vassell has a smooth offensive game. This man just makes it look easy.
Antetokounmpo. Castle pulls it down. Here's Barnes. Shoots the 3. And it's off.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
He drops the first one, and that turns the lead to 6. And both free throws good for Giannis. .55 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
It's in!
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team. And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
Now Kuzma shoots. Rebounded by Vassell. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Victor Wembanyama, a thunderous finish there.
Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam. Now here's Barnes. Outside Vassell. Into the lane. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. And so it's the Spurs with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Richard Jefferson.